looking to raise another $50 to $60 million as it gears up for an IPO. The company reported 2,086 crore rupees in its revenue in FY26, with EBITDA surging 3.7 times. Joining me now is Piyush Bothra, the co-founder and CFO of Square Yards. Piyush, welcome to Startup Street. You've just raised $95 million. You're already looking to raise another $50 to $60 million before the IPO. First, tell us why raise so much capital now, especially when the company is already profitable. So is this about strengthening the balance sheet ahead of listing, funding acquisitions, or preparing for the next phase of growth? Also, if you could tell us what is the current valuation of the company?
Thanks, Shruti, for having me here. I think let me answer the last question first. Unfortunately, won't be able to disclose the exact funding, but as you would have seen already reported, it was at a valuation which was significantly above the unicorn level. On the capital raised, I think the idea is to strengthen the balance sheet as we prepare for the IPO, as we prepare for the next phase of growth. A lot of growth initiatives, a lot of investment in technology, so a mix of all is what we are looking at.
All right. Piyush, Square Yards has evolved from a property brokerage into a platform spanning mortgages, interiors, rentals, property management, and AI-powered proptech tools as well. Is the future of proptech no longer about selling homes, but about owning the entire homeowner journey? And which of these businesses do you believe will become the biggest value creator over the next 5 years?
So the idea for us was to be a one-stop solution from the beginning. So that's what we focused on, creating a complete platform, because when a person is looking to buy a property, he is looking for an end-to-end solution. And that's what we are bringing here. From a growth perspective, I think each of these segments, the beauty is all of them are multi-billion dollar segments. We are pretty much the largest player in most of them. And despite that, we are barely couple of percent, 2%, 3% market share. So huge amount of growth available for us.
Sure. Okay. Piyush, your FY26 numbers show 48% revenue growth to over 2,000 crore rupees, while EBITDA grew nearly 3.7 times. Which parts of the businesses are driving margins today for you? And one of your fastest growing businesses, in fact, is Urban Money, which facilitated 87,831 crores worth of home loan disbursals last year. So do you see mortgages eventually becoming an even larger business than property transactions for Square Yards?
So I think from a revenue perspective, Shruti, already Urban Money is the largest segment. However, profitability is still driven by the real estate piece, where the Square Yards brand is. Between the two, the growth, I believe, will continue to be there. We are the largest player in both these segments with the volumes, like we do close to about 14,000 crore worth of property sales. We'll be among the top 5 if we were even a developer. Similarly, on the loan front, last year, 87,000 crores worth of disbursement. This year, we are targeting more than 50% growth there. So again, if we were a lender, we would probably be among the top 5-6 lenders in the country. So that's the size and scale which we have built upon. And the growth will continue across. Profitability, still, I would say real estate is the key driver of profitability.
All right, okay. Piyush, India's residential real estate cycle has remained remarkably strong over the past few years. It's been supported by urbanization, RERA, and rising home ownership. So do you believe we're still in the early innings of this upcycle, or are there signs of moderation? And which segments, luxury, premium, affordable, or commercial, look most attractive from here?
So I think we are barely scratching the surface. Shruti, we are hardly selling 4 lakhs. 5 lakh units in a year in the top cities, and we are talking of even just these top 10 cities having a population of over 35-40 crore, and increasing urbanization, increasing migration into these cities. I think we are just scratching the surface. There is a huge amount of pent-up demand, and it will continue to grow. The volumes will continue to grow. I think the only risk to all of this is affordability. As long as the affordability continues, mid-market segment is what we are the most bullish on. That's the segment we focus on. That's really almost 70% of the market. And we believe that will continue to grow for a longer period of time.
All right, so the mid-market segment will continue to grow. You're actively preparing for an IPO. As you prepare to list, Piyush, how are you balancing growth with public market expectations around governance, profitability, and predictable cash flows?
I think governance was one thing which we were very clear from day one, that if we built this entity company to be listed, to be there, to be a legacy for all of us, and that was one area we always focused on. I think really the toss-up for us has always been growth with profitability, and that's what we've been trying to achieve. The 48% growth last year comes on a CAGR of almost 51% over the last 5 years. So the growth has been there. More importantly, the profitability has come through and significant cash flows positive as well.
Piyush, can you also elaborate on the timeline that you're looking at to file the DRHP?
The idea, Shruti, for us is to be a listed entity over the next 12 to 18 months. So I think very soon we would look to file the DRHP and then be ready to find the right window and go out in the market.
Okay, and we'll surely keep a track of that on Startup Street. One final question before I let you go. Technology, Piyush, is becoming central to real estate, from AI-powered property recommendations to virtual property tours and data-driven valuation tools. So tell us, how much of the next phase of growth will come from AI for Square Yards?
So for us, technology has been at the core of what we do. At the same time, we understand this is a segment which is of very high value. It's not an impulse purchase segment. So it's really the marrying of technology with human, marrying of technology with the touch, the trust of a human touch is what we've been working on. When it comes to being at the forefront of the technology, whether we talk of AI, whether we talk of multiverse, whether we talk of digital twins, I think we have got one of the best technology. We have got patents, global patents. So it would always be there, but I believe the killer here is going to be the combination of the two rather than just saying one will solve them.
All right, one very quick question, Piyush. What is the revenue and the expansion target going forward?
Again, we would want to be growing at least 40% plus for the year. So come closer to 3,000 crores on the top line and look to at least double our EBITDA from last year. That's what we are targeting to be.